Hello, welcome to another video. So last time we were looking at downloading a single piece from our torrent client. So we've been working along this whole build your own BitTorrent program. So we were looking at download a piece. This was not working for the last piece. There were, I don't know, network issues, I guess. Not really network issues, more I was asking for the wrong amount of data. So I guess I could, is that, that is. So if we do this, gosh, I didn't realize it adds in random things when you submit stuff. Uh, yeah, so this one here, can we make you a bit larger? So this is kind of what I've done to make it handle the last piece. So if we maybe go to this window here, info, yeah, something like that. So if we look at something like this, we have the length in a piece length, and we also have 3 pieces, and we can see all that from just the bin coded dictionary. I don't need this anymore. But you can kind of see that. So if we go 32768, which is the piece length, and we times it by 3, the number of pieces, this 98304 is it's considerably larger than this. 9206, it's like just 6K. You can do a lot of things with 6 kilobytes. So what needed to happen really was we need to work out whether we were on the last piece. So I've kind of got the number of pieces beforehand. There was a small issue with the equals, which I believe I had just in the stash of the last video. And then we check that if we multiply the number of pieces minus 1, like all the pieces up to the last piece, and we multiply that by the piece size, if that's gone over, there's a problem there somewhere. It can go up to, so it can be equal, but if it is ever over, then don't know. And that kind of means we can now assume that this is always less than this. So we can say this one's the bigger one. No, that's surely wrong. Oh no, so yeah, we can assume that this is greater than or equal to this. So this is the big one, and we're subtracting off that same thing we did. So this will either end up being some number or 0, but never negative, because we do that little test. And that means we can use the size t. What else did I do here? Make sure you only allocate the memory that you want. And here we just, instead of do, pretty much we replace the piece length size with len everywhere. And we redo the begin, so we're kind of just adding to it at the end, because yeah, I don't know, it was like a bit janky having a look at that, but I could do it again. And I mean, down here it would be similar, but change that to be len, which, to be honest, it's potentially a bit nicer. I also found a typo there that should have been a dot. I've got terrible variable names in this function. I kind of need to reorganize it in a way to have a like event loop type thing, whereas this method or function, whatever you want to call it, this kind of just is doing everything in this function, which is it's not the right place for it. But yeah, then when we download piece from file, we check the hash, but we only make sure we only check all, not, we only check the amount that we want. And when we write it out, we only write out that. And that's kind of just all the change that was needed. And that just needed going over and a bit of reasoning to work out kind of what was happening. So that's that. So maybe if we close that, we can probably start on with the next one. So the next one is just downloading the whole file, and so for that we will need to maybe look at our make program. We're going to change this to just done that, and slash gem slash. I'm just gonna have it come out here, and sample dot torrent, and yes. So I want to do this, but I also want to make it so I can have if we bring up this your BitTorrent just download sample.torrent, and it will just work it out. At the moment, we don't even have a command, but that's all right. We can do this, and I thought it would take me to the place that I want to be, which is commands, not commands. So if we get here, actually no, it's an app main. Unknown command. Maybe I kind of want to put me there. So I guess what I could do is have a like release flag, and so you could do something. It's a bit janky, but if what is it? If def some release flag, you would just do that. Otherwise, you would do something a bit more helpful, which would be to have your just stuff like this as well, and then you can add in here the file and line. And what would be really good is if we instead actually have a little macro to allow us to just do something like air out, and we can then go unknown command, do the same thing, which I could have just copy pasted, but we could do something like that, and then that would kind of be in another place, which would then have kind of two rules. So if we've got this, I'm gonna just add in this release and maybe call it a BitTorrent release. If it is the BitTorrent release, then we are going to define air out, and it's going to be a function which is going to take in a format, and then dot dot dot, I think is how you might do it, and this is going to like we're defining a function, so we would want to put in its place printf std air, and here we would kind of akin to the format. So we're kind of relying on the fact that this format is a static string, I think. Yeah, but like in reality, you wouldn't really want it to not be a static string, I think. But you could do something like do da 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 da, and boom, and then maybe without the brackets. And here you would have file, sorry, and here you would have line, and here you would have VA args. Oh, just remembered what I need. So we could have something like this, and then here we would want to just define this to be without the okay, come on, back here and do that again. Thank you. And so it'll probably be just that, but with that's not quite what I wanted. So then we could do it something like that, and that would be our ender. And so now what I could probably do is actually get out of this and put that there, and bring this, I don't know, just up here. And now it doesn't do what I want. So if it is defined, we don't want to do that. We want to do that if it's defined. Yeah. So now it doesn't like it. That's all good. So this is where we will assume that it is a static string. And here it will point me exactly to where I want, because it goes here. So there was, I don't know, like a bit of wasted time, kind of. But what we can do is, did I lose some stuff out of my stash? Did it just like, it just like added the random stuff that I didn't want to be in there. So I think I just want to get revert head this. And then maybe check out again, but just a couple of places. That's not what I wanted. I really hope that that did not kill the stream. It's not showing any errors. What I wanted was this. So Bittorrent and pieces. So then we want to get reset. Now it's that, and we want to reset app pieces, and we also want to do your BitTorrent. And you are most welcome. Cool. So now if we go back to here, we should see all the things that I expected to see in here. Maybe. Yes, except I want to unstage him. Was that not the one that I wanted to do? Right, at pieces and also your BitTorrent, but I guess I want to no stage. I don't know the flag. I'll just at pieces and your BitTorrent. What was that? Yeah. So how do I guess? Maybe I. No, that's not what I want. So I definitely want this, I think. Was the show? Oh, come on. Yeah, so how can I just not have that in my? Uh, I don't know. Yeah, like all the stuff. What if I do something? I don't know. It's so bizarre how it works sometimes. I think I'm a waste and a time worrying about it. But yeah, there were some news that could have been useful. Like, for example, if we look at your Bittorrent, we actually had C flags equals minus. Well, we can see git show here. Well, git show, but only show me your BitTorrent. We can see what it did. Um, yeah, so we just want this minus G, minus GGB, and minus F sanitize equals address. Um, Unfortunately, I can't use this on their servers. So what I will also need to do is just have that and have the ability to do that. Because if I don't, what it does is it actually not test test previous previous it will complain that it does not have like it can't do ASAN stuff, address sanitizing, but I can locally, so I'll have that. So is that enough side tracking on this? So that means I can go here and add in just this thing. And make a commit out of that. So what's this going to say? This is going to say air out macro. Just to, I don't know, maybe I will actually go CA here. This will learn info, if not release. If not actually Bittorrent release. Yes, and I'll take that and we'll do that. And so now I can make the command. Only 20 minutes in. So what command do we want to add? We want to add download, just download. Cool. But take me now to app commands. So I think what my problem is I was doing a bunch of shuffling around and stuff, and now that main is quite shuffled, I guess, I can delete those random things, and I can probably just do some recap of commands. Maybe do that here. Now, some of these probably not really needed. Like maybe let's take this all up to here and just see what's happened. We don't need time anymore, I don't think. We already have this, 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 this. We don't actually have that, but I think we do directly. Right, so now it does not like things, so we did actually need time. But we just need time in this pairs thing. So random, we need to include time. Is that in, no, that's not in our definition, in our implementation. What else was it? Implicit declaration of that. You also had a bunch of other warnings and stuff. Multiple definitions of handshake file. That is alright. So what I think I can do now is just rm app commands. So now if we do this, we just have undefined reference to that. So what I think I will do here is just do a quick, I want to stage that, and I want to come in here and, I don't know, stage that, don't stage that, in here, stage that, I guess in here we didn't do anything. So then here we can move / commands c back to /main.c, because I think that was just getting a bit too crafty. Right, so now what do we want to do for download? So we should have a download piece. Yeah, so this handshake file. No, there should be a download piece, which, yeah, so this here, we want to yoink that and yoink that, find that, detour there. So this is going to have a similar thing. We won't have a piece, so this piece will kind of go away. And this will probably be that, and cool. So that will be that, and this we maybe will do something like that. And up here, when we do this path download piece, we could probably could have done that a bit better, but we can persevere. We will go here, go here, we get here, then we get here. Right, so here we need to change what we're doing for this. I think this, we can probably come back up here. So we don't actually want too much stuff going on. We don't need the piece, so we could probably just almost get rid of everything. So we don't get piece, and this output, where do we set the output? We don't set the output here, so that's because it is null. But gosh, do we actually, we do set it to null originally. I feel like we should do it here, but that's what it is. So this feel like some double ups. D2, that one, thanks. Cool. So this whole thing here, I feel like I can still just take one off. That one. And here we will piece string we don't care anything about. So if it's like that, then that's like that. This shouldn't really happen in this case. Piece string we don't care about, and I think this means this whole like num n stuff is kind of moot. So what's happening here? We will take 2 off when we we take 2 off. See when we start. So what I think I want to do is just maybe print if arg c equals d, and just see kind of what comes through on each of the things. And arg v should be I feel like I can step through it. But yeah, what I'll do is just do this, download piece from file. Yeah, you do indeed. See, we don't care about piece. That's all right. We have an implicit declaration. That's all right. Maybe we can just return yes, software at the moment. So argc equals 3 when we have what, like this. So we're subtracting 2 off, so there will be that and that. So this will be 3. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So I guess if we where do we say what we have? And in fact, what we could do, I could do something like out. No, what was it? Air out. It will just magically take me to where it is. Except I'm running with ascend sometimes crashes. It just does that. I've googled it, can't work out why, but yeah. Here we can see argc equals 3. So if we have less than 3, so this is like the max we can have. If we have less than 3, then what is our new min? Basically taking off 1. So if it's less than 1, that means we haven't given anything. So we need the torrent file. But if it's less than 3, we can say, yep, that is our thing. Otherwise, otherwise we should have a. It's kind of weird, this. I don't know what I was thinking when I was doing that, because I mean that was like 2 before, but yeah, I guess if argc is less than 3, but it's actually like if we've got a random O in there, then we want to do stuff like this. So then if this is like that, we'll complain. Otherwise, if the first argument is O, then the output is that, and the next is arg. And then otherwise it is the other way around. So I think that will roughly do what I kind of want. So here we could probably just do this. And what does this function do? So I guess where are you downloaded? You're in pieces.c. So maybe we can do the same. The find tool that I didn't want find, I just wanted to do something like that. So this is also going to be in pieces. So if we go to pieces, so this is something that will end up being a single file library at the moment, but at the moment I'm just doing weird janky stuff. The shell script lets me because it just compiles everything in that directory. But yeah, so if we look at this, so what I want to do is maybe get this, get that, and something like that. And ooh, did that not do what I want? That's because I pushed the wrong key. Right, so if we do something like this, this means that we want to get all of the pieces. Now, this does kind of talk about multitasking as well, which is similar to the last query that the last exercise that also had that. I think I'm going to leave that until I get the challenge done, and then I'll go back, and then as I tweak things, I can get the optional extras. I mean, if people are interested, I can do it sooner rather than later, but I feel like I'll finish it before people can respond. So, because of that, we could do it a couple of janky ways. We could like we could just download each of the pieces, then with those files put them all together into one giant file, or we can do some other stuff. What is time going? So time's like that. Cool. So kind of what's interesting here is here we're like outputting to output file, I guess. And here we are like at some point when I say here we're like allocating a data buffer for where things should live. So what I'm thinking is we could abstract the two things away of this download piece from file. It can open a file and it can write the file, but to start with, it should probably work out how big the file is, create a space, and then call another function that does essentially what this was already doing. And then at the end, it can then write the data like it was. We check and then we write. And so if we abstract pretty much from above this all the way to like below there, this is kind of like our it's doing a thing. So it would be better if we had some better way of kind of saying what is happening where. And I think for yeah, for this, like we could have like almost an array of arrays, so like a double pointer data, which we will allocate somewhere else to do the thing. And um, in here, when we receive a piece message, we get the index, which should be the piece that we're looking after. So if we kind of abstract this away, we can change this event loop type thing to not really care about which index it's looking at. And we just know that we have an array of however many indexes, and pretty much however many pieces. And in that array, if a certain entry is null, it means that you can't get that piece, which will mean that we can make it working for the existing thing. Otherwise, if it is not null, it should be a memory address to another data array, which will be the data array that you're saving that particular piece to. You would then also need to work out like the length, because like here I kind of no, where is it? Yeah, here like I kind of know the length, the len from higher up. Um, oh gosh, like all the way up here, which is like certain things depending on whether you're trying to get the last piece or not. So I guess, yeah, when we first unchoke, we're sending a request. So I guess what's the easiest way, which is kind of ugly because it's actually very large. It's what, 200 lines, is just copy paste it all, and let's change it to do what it is meant to be doing. So from this, you can start to see all the patterns, and I feel like this kind of refactor is potentially a little complex to do just on the fly. I haven't put much thought into it. I only recently just got the pieces working, so I might have a bit more of a think and come back to it, potentially on screen, potentially not. See how it goes. But all the history will be in my Git repo, so you can see all the things that I did up to where I committed them. So, what are we needing to do? Apologies for this, but here we also need to get, there's a key length or key files. So we're only looking at the one key thing, so we actually already get length. But I guess in this case, it kind of signifies that there's multiple files. But we're just looking at one file. So we know there's this many pieces. We don't have this here. So what I think I could do is for yeah, size t piece equals 0. Piece is a less than num pieces, and yep, that looks all good. So in all of this, we don't really need to care about that. We probably should have this. No, is that what I want? Where are these coming from? What was it before? Because this isn't actually using That is just generic. All right, let's go back to where I was and put that back up there. So we're going to go through all the pieces, and each of the pieces is going to pretty much do all of this. Now it's real gross, but it's just going to do it all at the same time. So here we can just do that and yoink, and can we maybe go here and yoink? Oh no, not like that. Can we go here and I just wanted that there. Cool. So each of the pieces it is going to get. So a piece should be set at various points, and we set now on this new thing, we set len at the start of that. So I wonder whether this will kind of just work. But the data we have, we kind of want to allocate this outside of this. And we wanted to make it that kind of double array type thing. So what we could do is actually, yeah. So this will be like that, and I kind of just want to have one giant chunk of memory. I wonder if that is possible now that I think about it. So we can have uint 8 8 8 t. So we can have a giant bunch of memory. So full data. So this is going to be the size of just the length. So this is going to be that length. Like that, and so length size should be that, and I guess we should confirm that if length size is less than 0, we can probably just go to end, and who is dealing with this can work it out. Right, so here we have full data, and it's going to be the whole length, the whole shebang. So, what do we do here? Length size is the whole thing, so we want to get that. And then in each internal one, we don't really care about this. But we will look at this. But yeah, I guess this data will just be full data plus piece times and I guess this will be piece length size. Except it's like so the first one it'll be that. Yeah. So yes, I think this will do the right thing. So we already have a data. It's just already there, so we don't need to check whether it has been freed. And so I guess it should complain about this, but we can go full data and full data here. And here we can probably go full data, and here this can be length size. That's the one I wanted. So that's going to be the whole thing. So each time we do this, when we so we basically offset our data to be like a slice into that array, I guess. And len should theoretically not overflow. I think with all the checks up here, so we check that that doesn't overflow. Um, this is going to be, yeah, so it's going to be the full size minus whatever is less. So that's all good. I feel like this SHA-1 hash can probably come out of this because we don't really need to do a full-on hash every time. We could probably even do it before the mallocs. Because mallocs can be expensive. So what do we do here? And we get a random pair for each piece we get. I mean, that's all right. Doesn't really matter. So we do whole shebang. This pieces is like kind of a bad thing because it's not really pieces received. Well, it's kind of pieces received, but it's blocks of a piece received. Cool. So, what if I just compile this? I wonder what would happen. I kind of want to get this. That looks like it should do the trick. This, what is happening here? We're just comparing that. Yeah, that should just work. I feel like I might just save it, run it, see what happens. We have some errors. I'm happy with that. Cool. So that's already unsigned. I'm happy with that. We don't have so maybe we'll just stick with the one pair. Undo that last one. We'll stick with that one pair, which I guess means we could probably get the socket out here. Something like that. Right, what do we have? It doesn't like a thing here. That's because we don't have a semicolon. It didn't complain. It's downloading a bunch of things. Feels like it's paused. Hasn't gone past piece 0. So what I think is we don't need that anymore. Probably have to like step through it. I hate stepping through it, but I mean we can kind of see what's happening. We have requested how many things? We have requested 1, 2. We've sent 2 requests. We get 1 piece back. And then we get another piece back. And then it's kind of just hanging here. So I guess this means it has gone out of this and then it's in here. And then what? It should loop back. So this is where we get the old debug download, I guess. File, and we can do sample. That just do the trick for me. So we probably want to break in download, sure. Then we can go into download from file. Right, so we open a file, we get like a bunch of things, like all the things, we get a hash, we get a pair. So we're using a certain pair, we get a colon, we do a handshake, We have hand shook successfully. Right, so here we get this. So we display. I kind of display piece. I kind of want to see what it is. So it's currently 1 here. I don't know why. Is there already a context for piece? Or is it just that is the cursedness of C? I think it is. I think it's like uninitialized before here because it's like kind of declared. But yeah, at 0 there. Right, so we should get data being in the right place. We should get what? Bitfield, cool. So that just means we can now say we're interested. See, the problem with debugging is like the pipe dies. Sure, and quit things. So maybe what I need to do is do a TCP flow. Maybe do it like that. Yeah, is it? Oh, I just feel like it should be doing something, but I don't know. Maybe it's not meant to be doing stuff. So I guess here we should be seeing kind of what is happening. Like, are we here? I wonder if we are even there. We are there. Where do we go after we get there? Do we ever check the hashes? Right, so that means we get up and I know what's happened. Here, when we send the request, we actually kind of want to send them all. Yeah, you can't do a loop like this, unfortunately. Which means the len will not be known until later, but that's all right. When do we need len by? We need it by the SHA-1 hash, but do we need it? We do need it up here, which is when we're doing requests and whatnot. So I guess when we do this len, we want to make sure it is that, but we also want to have like this in a for loop. Yeah, so we could do for size t piece rec equal 0 piece rec. Well, in fact, we can actually just call it piece, can't we? So pieces less than pieces, num pieces, we've called it num pieces, and we can go plus piece. And now in this loop, we just want to do a nice little loop where we just do that a few times. So does that mean things will break? Things do break. That is because we don't know what this is. So data, when do we actually use data? Data things. Data happens when we get to piece. So piece we work out at this point, piece. So we could potentially just call this piece here. But we probably want to check that say if piece is less than 0, um, or if piece is greater than or equal to num pieces, we can just tell them to go away. Otherwise, we get the data to know where to write. And that's the begin of that. Cool. And then that. The packet length is just how much was left. We should probably do some verification of the packet length, which I guess if data plus like what are we writing to length dot size? If data plus length size. So what am I checking with this? So that is the end of the data. But actually, no, we want full data. That's the end of the buffer that we've allocated. And so we want to make sure that this is like greater than. So I guess if it is less than or equal to what are we? We're going to try and read in data plus begin plus packet length. So if that is the case, then like maybe we'll just do a int. In fact, we could probably do an error out overflow. They'll just take me to where it is if it ever happens. But that's that. So what do we do now? So len, it doesn't know here. Len we can work out. Len is just this. So if we go here, we can. Was it here? No. If we go here. Now, where is best to work this out? Probably just select that. Cool, still a few things. Doesn't like that because it's actually piece. We renamed it. So piece is always 0. So this, yeah, maybe I do want to call this index because I feel like we've overloaded piece in this. What else? That's that. Cool. I think that's that. What else do you use? Index is always 0. Oh, it is unsigned. Golly. I misread the error. So index is always 0. But is it meant to be like integers, or I feel like I might be doing this wrong. Integers encoded 4 bytes, big endian. It doesn't really say whether it's unsigned or not. But I feel like potentially I should be checking them as signed. I mean, this index over num pieces will detect that. What do we happen here? Comparison between pointer and integer. Is it? That's because I didn't change that. That's the same thing again. Gosh. I'm just going to go to end. Printing errors are hard. Right, so this is actually piece. Oh, it's getting close and close. This is when we're doing we should know. This should be after we have got all of the pieces. So we should be able to verify for size t piece equals 0, pieces less than what is it? Num pieces and plus that. And then all of this hash checking can go in that, and maybe we can go here and add in another thing, and then it will write the file after doing all of that. Piece hash mix math for piece, and maybe give it that, and then we can pass in piece there. Oh, it's getting close. Right, it doesn't like data. So for data, we know that data is this. Yeah, so we have to do like 2 loops of piece. It kind of got echoey in here. So we need data at some point. Something like this. But here we don't have a packet length that we need to care about. Right. What don't you like there? That will make you go that. You don't have an end, but you do have an end. All right, that means that we have some funky. Yeah, so that is not going to the right place, which means that in this, we have a for loop there. Because I feel like this should be like that. And where's this guy? Yeah, all of this was indented a bit funny. The joys of copy pasting. Oh, I don't know why I did this. There's much faster ways to do that sort of thing in Vim. So now it just works. It just works, I swear. So did it just work? I wonder. What we can do is do that, and it should be printing to standard out if it was if it worked. It seemed like it did get all the pieces though. Is that what we want? 76. Correct. Sussex, it's 76. That is protocol. That means that there is an issue somewhere in my code, and I have very bad debug messages. It pretty much means go to end was called at some point in here, which, yeah, not sure how much I can do from that. What did it end on? So it got a piece. So it got a piece there, and it got that request, and then packet link here. So I think my problem here is it was hitting when we hit piece, we do this, so it should got piece. Does 2 reads of 4, so it will get piece and begin. And so here, piece is more than that. So I think I want to just kind of print out some things and maybe do this and first just there because it's the same below. And what would be kind of useful is oh, I didn't actually read the message. Right, so if we do this, we're getting piece 2, and we're beginning at a certain length, and we've got a length of a certain length, and now I wonder if this, where does it stop? Where does it crap out? So if it, I kind of want to run it there. Right, so it printed it there. Here it's doing a little check, and I think it's not getting past that point there. So I wonder, we could probably do something like this: full data plus length size, and this is going to equal a pointer, and maybe we will yank to the equals and put that after there, and I didn't actually want to get the equal. And we can probably also do something like maybe even do something like this. No, that's not what I wanted. I kind of needed to copy it to a different register. But yeah, if we do this, it might send me a little something. Right, so here we can see 169. They are like identical. So I think what my issue is this equals here, but I need to have reasoning about it. So if because what we're going to do is we're going to read packet. We're going to read from this point this many bytes. So if after reading this many bytes we are more than this, then that would be a problem. But if after reading that many bytes we're at the end, I think that's all right. So I will continue that. So this is where I decide I just take off that, because it does kind of get into some issues. So this it printed out a bunch of stuff to standard out, which I think is good. because that is actually so if we do this download, if we like, what do we want to do? We want to diff that against sample dot. We don't have that yet. If we get a naughty little torrent, torrent is another torrent client that one might use, but we have now downloaded the file. So if we do this and do that, we should hopefully ignore all the standard error, and we get nothing in the standard out. And I'm a bit dubious, so let's just put in something like here, just to see if it's kind of has something. Not that one, this window. And I just want to see that this prints a diff saying, yep, something happened because there was here at the end and there shouldn't have been. Cool, so I'm pretty happy that this is good. And like what I can even do is do a two, if you can't see this, do null. And so if I add in that, then no print will happen there, and I'll compare the output, and it is the same. So this is downloading a single file. Cool. I am happy with that. So what do we do? I'll make this a little bigger. We added a thing, we had some download options, we did that, here we added that whole thing, here we aren't going to add any of that. So here, add download to download full file. So what can I do now? I kind of want to git push this and see what their fancy thing tells me. It'll be like, you've done like lots of things, it does lots of tests and whatnot, and goes and it says, yes, you passed. You passed with flying colors. And I feel like that didn't really do kind of what I want. Was like, did they even test this? It seems it must have downloaded a file in some of this kind of thing. But cool, I have got a whole file, and what's even better is you folks can go and look at this URL, and it should just exist here. The README hasn't been updated. I might do that, but I mean, for now, boom, that's gone up to that. And if I do that, boom, right. So we're on the that. Right. So there's like extensions. What are these? Cool. They might like add heaps of stuff. I was thinking it kind of stopped after magnet links, but like there's whole heap of things like multi-file torrents. But it's sort of stuff that we can follow along in the spec if we're interested. But for now, we're going to be doing magnet stuff next time. But until then, I think that is it for now because I'm pretty excited. I can download a file and maybe I'll go grab a Linux ISO, who knows? Just a single file. Have to keep that in mind, but yeah. Hopefully people can try it out and see what they think and yeah, give me feedback. I don't know. But yeah, if anything, just have a good day. Hope that's what you're doing. See ya.